Hello student, Jai Swaminarayan. Today we continue with the GIS and Spatial Data Analysis chapter, unit number 3, lecture number 4, GIS Output Products. The output products can be of various kinds, and since these products are computer generated and the user analyst should be aware of the desired forms of output options available in the GIS software. The output products can be of various kinds, and since these products are computer generated and the user and analyst should be aware of desired forms of output options available in GIS software. That means जो भी है यूजर उसको सब पता होना चाहिए कि भाई ये GIS सॉफ्टवेयर में आउटपुट किस फॉर्म में है, उसका सब उसको नॉलेज होना चाहिए. The most common graphics products produced by GIS are maps. A map is a two-dimensional model of a part of the Earth's surface, and it can be of the various kinds. A thematic map shows information about a spatial topic which is superimposed on a base map. Okay. Types of thematic maps include, thematic map क्या है, एक मैप के ऊपर दूसरा इंफॉर्मेशन जो सुपर इम्पोज्ड होता है. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड थेमेटिक मैप. Types of thematic maps include geographical map, soil map, forestry map, land use map, historical map, etc. The common types of thematic maps are as follows. Thematic maps concentrate on spatial variation of a single phenomena, that is population, or relationship between the phenomena, that is different class of the land covers. Then chlorophyll maps are typically used to communicate the relative magnitude of the continuous variables as they occur within the boundaries of the unit areas, that is average annual per capita income as it varies by the country. Chlorophyll maps are typically used to communicate the relative magnitudes of the continuous variables as they occur within the boundaries of the unit areas, that is average annual per capita income. Chlorophyll maps are typically used to communicate the relative magnitudes of the continuous variables as they occurs within the boundaries of the unit areas, that is average annual per capita income as it varies by the country. In this map, different tones, colors, shading patterns are used to convey the variations in the different areas. Then proximal maps or Decimetric map focus on the location and magnitude of the areas exhibiting the relative uniformity, that is land cover classes, etc. Okay, different colors and shading patterns are used to describe the differences in the thematic values, and contour maps represents the quantities by lines of equal values to emphasize the gradients among the values. Contour lines may be used to indicate the variations in the topography of a region, high and low pressure region, etc. The other kinds of maps required for the specific purpose are as under dot maps. Despite spatial distribution of the features by varying numbers of the uniform dots, example population. Then line map shows the direction and magnitude of the potential or actual flow, that is sources and destinations, volume of products transported from one place to other. Okay. Then land from maps, despite the Earth's surface as it were viewed from an oblique aerial point view. Okay. Then animated maps. Line map, that means shows the direction and magnitude of the potential or actual flow. Then landform maps, that is despite the Earth's surface as it were views from oblique aerial point views. Okay, that is for landform maps. Animated maps are used to display the sequences through the time. Okay, growth of a city as its population and area increases to the time. Some of the analysts and users prefer to get the results of the analysis displayed by the means of non-map graphics. Some of the simple and common graphic presentation techniques are bar charts are used to illustrate The difference in an attribute between the categories, example time varying distribution of the land use in the area such as urban, suburban and rural areas. Then pie charts are used for displaying the information by dividing a circle into the sectors representing the proportion of the whole, that is in a state percentage of rural than urban and suburban population. Histogram shows the distribution of a single attribute to examine the way the attribute is appropriate among the different possible values, that is percentage of the education at primary, secondary, higher and other levels. Scattered plots are used for displaying the behavior of one attribute versus the another attribute, that is yield and applied fertilizer in the field. Okay, the application of the users for a GIS are endless. Wherever कहाँ पे GIS use होता है. Some common examples are listed below: water resources management and planning, environmental planning, transportation planning, agriculture and land use planning, town and regional planning, forestry, wildlife management, then archaeological location and measurements, municipal applications, emergency planning, routing, health, education and retail services, facility management for the utilities, market analysis, population analysis and predictions, land use planning, project, etc. 3A, three views of GIS. What do you understand by three views of GIS? So GIS is often associated with the maps. A map, however, is the only way to work with the geographic data. Okay, that is GIS, and the only type of product generated by GIS. The GIS can be viewed in the three ways: database view, that is table view. A GIS is a unique kind of database of the world, a geographic database or geodatabase. It is an information system for geography. Fundamentally, GIS based on a structured database that describes the world geographic maps. Okay, that is database view in table form. Then map view. A GIS is a set of intelligent maps and other views that show the features and feature relationship of the earth surface. Maps of the underlying topographic information can be constructed and used to support, analyze and editing the information. This is called the geovisual map view. यानी क्या है? GIS is a set of intelligent maps and other views that show the features and feature relationships on the earth surface. Maps of the underlying topographic information can be constructed and used to support the analysis and editing of the information. This is also called the geovisualization. Then model view. A GIS is a set of information transformation tool that derive new geographic database from the existing duties. This is for जियो प्रोसेसिंग. दैट मीन्स आपके पास जो भी डेटा है उसको मॉडिफाई करना है या कुछ भी एग्जिस्टिंग डेटा का यूज करके आपको कुछ क्रिएट करना है. दैट इज कॉल्ड मॉडल व्यू. Okay, called the geoprocessing. This geoprocessing functions take information from the existing data sets and apply analyst functions and write results into new derived database. Thus a model is created. That means जो भी आपके पास ओल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन है उसके बेस पे आप मॉडल बनाते हो, उसका यूज करके मॉडल बनाते हो. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड थ्री व्यूज ऑफ GIS. The GIS has been called an enabling technology because it offers interrelationship with a wide variety of the disciplines which must deal with the spital data. Lead related field provides some of the techniques which make up a GIS. Many of these related needs emphasize data collection. GIS brings them together by integration, modeling and analysis. Various other names of AM and FM, automated mapping and facilities management. Okay, information automated mapping and facility management, environmental information system, resource information system, planning information system, vital data handling system, etc. As an integrated field is often claimed to be a science, that is geographic information system. Okay, GIS is a computer system capable of integrating, storing, editing, analysis and displaying a geographically referenced information. A GIS is very much related with the term geoinformatics, okay, which is a short note for the geographic information. Geographic information is created by manipulating geographical data, that is called spatial data, in a computerized system. Okay, that means जो भी डेटा है आप कंप्यूटर में स्टोर करते हो. ओके, कंप्यूटर सिस्टम जो भी है उसमें स्टोर करके उसमें से इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हो, दैट इज फॉर GIS. It is science which develop use information science infrastructure to address the problem of the geosciences, that is earth science. Three main tasks of the geoinformatics are development and management of the database of the geodata, analysis and modeling of the geodata, development of the computer tools and software for the above two tasks. GIS is an important part of the geomatics or Geomatics is the discipline of gathering, storing, processing and delivering of geographic information. Geomatics is the measurement and survey component of the geographic information science. GIS is a combination of a science and technology which has the following interrelated distinct disciplines: geography, remote sensing, surveying, statistics, operational research, then cartography, then photogrammetry, geodesy, GPS, computer science, etc. GIS is an integration of the several systems, methodology and applications. It has many advantages over the traditional manual method of the geographic data analysis. The various advantages of the GIS are advantages over the traditional map. Before computers become widely available, thematic maps on the plastic melted sheets which could be laid on the top of each other and revealed more information about an area was possible with any single paper map. The difficulties with the manual overlay method includes registering maps which may be published at different scales. डिफिकल्टीज कहाँ आती है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके पास मैप है पर डिफरेंट स्केल है, उसको कंबाइन करना है पर वो डिफरेंट स्केल में है, तो वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम होती है. The more layers of the maps included in the analysis and more complex they were, and the more the likelihood of human error entering the analysis and the longer the process takes. The GIS can take maps from different sources and register them easily and is consistent in its analysis of the multiple layers of the map data. The GIS can take maps from different sources and register them easily and is consistent in its analysis of the multiple layers of the map data. That means आपको मैप को मल्टीपल लेयर में अरेंज करना है तो उसमें से आप GIS का यूज करके आप कर सकते हो. ओके, then next, it is also faster than manual methods of analysis, allowing the flexibility of the try alternate variable in the analysis. The common problem with the traditional paper map is loss of paper, misplacement or being misfiled. GIS is a central computer database of all map data stored in different data layers and can be accessed by any number of the users within the network. The amount of data that can be portrayed is limited by the size and scale of the paper map. while the GIS-based cartographic database can be both continuous and scale-free. Advantages over the mapping software. Apart from advantages over the mapping software, that means apart from the GIS, several softwares are being used for a long time to generate the digital map. The GIS is much more than conventional mapping software. It is a combination of the maps and database. The maps can be drawn from database and data can be referenced from the maps. When the database is updated, the associated map can be dynamically updated as well. That means when a database is updated, the associated map can be dynamically updated as well. Advantages over the CAD. For a long period of time, CADs were used to produce the maps in a CAD system. Map features are commonly referenced to non-geographic coordinate system such as Cartesian coordinate system. Map produced in CAD system can be projected or reprojected. Moreover, it cannot analyze spatial data. Spatial data. GIS has been used primarily a cartographic and spatial analysis tool. Architects and engineers use CAD to develop the drawings for the buildings and manufacturing. The GIS is used for the applications such as mapping, resource management, suitably analysis, routines, and network analysis, etc. Advantages over the EM/FM. Okay, and EF/FM automated mapping and facility management is used by utilities to manage mapping and attribute data. For example, electric utility would use an EM/FM system to store the location and be of its power lines, poles, and transformers, etc. EF और FM क्या है? EM और FM automated mapping and facilitates management is used by various utilities to manage the mapping and attribute data. For example, electric utility would use an EM/FM system to store the location and be of its power lines, poles, transformation, etc. GIS uses a spatial database structure. The GIS software is designed to permit the querying of both spatial and attribute data. हम आगे पढ़ चुके हैं what do you understand by spatial and what do you understand by attribute data. In a common denominators, and the user is able to research the attribute data and relates it to the spatial data and vice versa. For example, we may wish to know the states in India with a literacy more than 75% in a GIS of India. This capability is not provided by EM/FM. For example, we may wish to know the states in India with a literacy more than 75% in the GIS of India. The next advantages over the conventional database. Okay, the GIS technology integrates common database operations such as query, statistical analysis with the unique visualization and geographic analysis banished by the maps. These abilities distinguish GIS from other information system and makes it valuable to a wide range of public and private enterprises for explaining the events, predicting outcomes, and planning strategies. This ability to distinguish GIS from other information system and make it valuable to a wide range of public and private enterprises for explaining the events, predicting outcomes, and planning categories. Limitations of GIS. The limitations of GIS are the GIS data are relatively expensive and than the traditional data. Collecting the data can be very time consuming. Primarily as and the securities can sometimes limit function of the data. GIS data may also be subject to misuse or misinterpretation. Area may lack spatial or temporal continuity. Data for a specific area may lack spatial relationship, but does not necessarily explain them. ओके कई बार क्या होता है कि हम जो प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने जाते हैं जिसके बाद तो हमारा सॉल्व नहीं होता है, बट हम कोई प्रॉब्लम करते हैं तो वो सॉल्व तुरंत हो जाता है, तुरंत हमें डांट पड़ती है, इसमें भी ऐसा है. ओके, डेटा फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक एरिया में भी lacks spatial relationship but does not necessarily explain the spatial relationship to them. GIS shows on the spatial relationship but does not necessarily explain them. GIS integrates several individual subjects when demands proper knowledge on all the integrated disciplines. GIS needs specialized specialized computer equipment and software, and learning time on GIS software and systems can be long. Okay, thank you.